I'm Dr. Maithili, the Sutradhar for the video demonstration on Leadership for Learning. It is important to retain the interest of students for learning, especially at secondary level. Both the subject matter and pedagogy are equally important at this stage. What should we do to ensure that children acquire expected learning competencies? Who is responsible for ensuring learning of all students? Let us see what our frontline workers, the teachers, think about this.
Hello, Jaya. I had an exciting class today. Students engaged like never before.
Really? What did you do differently today?
I let the students begin learning instead of me teaching them first.
Interesting. Tell me more, Neha.
It was an experimentation to see whether pre-teaching, reading and associated activities can facilitate student learning at the secondary stage.
But isn't it time consuming?
It did take some time. I had to prepare the reading material, the associated activities, and based on their response, I prepared my lesson. But it was all worth it. Students delved deeper into the concepts while I facilitated.
Wonderful. Can we team teach?
Most welcome.
Leadership for Learning allows for a variety of ways for student learning through composite effect of processes, approaches, methods, styles, and practices. Leaders treat pupil as a community of learners. In the next scene, we shall see how teachers in the school ignite the spark of innovation in the pedagogies of teaching.
Good morning, everyone.
Ma'am.
I learned about a number of different methodologies and experimentation being used in the classrooms. And it was so impressive. We must be using all those interdisciplinary approach in the classrooms. For example, I saw Neha ma'am teach economics by team teaching. Rehan sir taking up mathematics along with physics, integrating it with physics. And mathematics being integrated along with sports, arts and craft. You know, I was amazed to see the language also being integrated with mathematics. We must showcase this to our BEO.
Yes, ma'am. That's a very good idea. We will also make our presentations and videos to showcase our students' learning and our innovations to the higher officials.
Tell me something. Have the students integrated the information well enough or not?
Ma'am, our conviction is our students have learnt better now, and we have assessments, evidences also.
I will volunteer to coordinate between various teachers to organize the event if principal permits me to do so.
Most definitely, go ahead. But at this juncture, I would like to take a feedback from you. Have you also integrated some information, some new ways of teaching?
Definitely, ma'am. My confidence has increased manifold.
Ma'am, I'm comfortable with the pace the students are learning with.
I learned chaos can be fruitful.
I learned to integrate various subjects for effective teaching.
I found strength in team teaching rather than solo teaching. I enjoy it. So do students. I tried to invite teacher from outside the school to plan lessons with me. But she couldn't make it.
Next year, we must plan the timetable in a more flexible manner so that all the teachers can come together and plan an interdisciplinary lesson.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Sure.
Leadership for Learning keeps learner at the center amidst myriad pressures. Leaders will pursue what is valued rather than what is measured. Leaders strive to ensure that the quality of learning by enhancing conditions for learning with a moral purpose. In the next scene, we are going to witness how the leadership working from above the school level responds to the variety of innovations in pedagogies of teaching in the entire district.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
As District Education Officer, I want to know your views on impressive innovations by the senior secondary schools in the Kolhapur district. BEO Tanupriya ji, tell me, how are they applicable to the other schools?
Sir, we need to visit more of such school in the respective block to understand the innovative teaching happening in the schools. We also need to foresee the challenges that might be faced if these experiments are introduced in some other schools.
Block Resource Coordinator, tell me more about it.
Thank you, sir. I now need to readjust my schedules to visit these schools more often and understand the innovative pedagogies to teach different subjects. Let us provide these schools with the resources from the BEO.
Sukhdeep ji, as person in charge of the school complex, please give me your input.
Sir, I think it's time to shift the role of school complexes so that they engage more deeply into innovations and experimentations. We need to collect more data from the teachers and principals so that we can spread it to the other teachers. And sir, we must invite these teachers so that they show all these experimentations in a 2 day seminar.
I think you've got a point there, Sukhdeep. As the diet principal, I feel there's a need to form professional learning communities of principals and teachers of the district. There should be a monthly meeting of academic interests without any administrative matters being discussed. I will take this matter up with the diet lecturers as well so that they are associated with these PLCs and take it up as an action plan for all the blocks. And then let us see how it works. But my question is, how do we engage with each and every teacher and principal of the district? How do we get in touch with them directly, Pankaj sir?
I agree with you, Monica ma'am. But what is the timeline you require to engage the schools in these experimentations? My idea is that we should organize a district level fair on innovative pedagogies.
But we are doing that anyway every year, Pankaj sir. So what difference or improvement is it going to bring to the existing annual event?
Even my block coordinator says it requires so much of time and additional work. We don't have so much of time, though we are very much interested. But if you'll give this additional responsibility, I will have to be in the field more than in my office. Who will do the administration?
Madam, you need to balance your time between the academic and administrative work. As a BEO, ask these questions yourself. How I am going to spare my time between the academic and administrative job? As a BEO, you need to ask yourself that how can you be an academic leader?
Sir, I agree with you and I understand my role. In future, I'll put more trust on academic leadership and students' learning. I don't mind putting in few extra hours on this work. I will plan out the need and requirement on the students' learning for academic work and plan it out with my team.
We, as representatives of the NGOs, need to integrate our skills with the requirements of the school and create innovations for the entire state, something which can be replicated in other states as well.
Yes, Nopur. I now see how innovations can become a part of our action research. I will orient my diet lecturers of the same.
Yes, we all will collaborate to let it happen.
Yes, sir.
Leadership for Learning at higher levels attempts to remove hurdles, projects the big picture by emphasizing on asking right questions rather than giving correct answers, encouraging learning across all leaders as well as students, work from their vantage point to scoop talent and spread innovation. These characteristics of leadership for learning also holds good for state and national level leadership, including the Ministry of Education. Therefore, if every child has to learn, everybody working with the education system also have to engage continuously in learning and be lifelong learners.